A young boy named Marcus is walking through an ancient Roman marketplace with his grandfather. The old man stops at a fruit stand and picks up 2 apples, one fresh and ripe, the other bruised and rotting. He hands both to Marcus and asks, "Which would you choose to eat?" Without hesitation, Marcus points to the fresh apple. Grandfather smiles and says, "Life often presents us with choices, my boy. Some are as clear as these apples. Many are not. The wisdom to make good choices, to live well. That is what we must cultivate in our hearts and minds." This simple lesson passed down from elder to child is a perfect example of Stoic wisdom in action. It teaches us to think carefully, to make wise choices, and to focus on what we can control. But what happens when we don't plant these seeds of wisdom in our children? What kind of future are we creating? Hey there, fellow seekers of wisdom. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart. Stoic seeds unsown. How neglecting Stoic wisdom in childhood shapes an unprepared generation. Before we jump in, I want you to know that this video is packed with life-changing insights. We'll explore 21 ways that kids missing out on Stoic lessons are struggling in today's world. But more importantly, we'll look at how these ancient teachings can help us all live better, happier lives. If you're new here, welcome. I'm thrilled you found this video, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for your support. Remember, almost 90% of people watching aren't subscribed yet. If you find value in what you hear today, please hit that subscribe button and share this knowledge with others who need to hear it. Together, we can spread a little more wisdom in the world. Now, let's plant some Stoic seeds and watch them grow. 1. Lacking emotional control. Kids who don't learn Stoic principles often struggle to manage their emotions. Think of a child throwing a tantrum in a store because they can't have a toy. Now imagine if that child had been taught the Stoic idea that we can't control external events, but we can control our reactions. The Roman philosopher Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This wisdom helps us see that many of our emotional reactions are based on our thoughts, not reality. Picture emotions like waves in the ocean. Without Stoic teachings, kids are like leaves tossed about on these waves. But with Stoic wisdom, they can learn to be like skilled surfers, riding the waves with balance and control. 2. Poor resilience in face of challenges. Children who haven't been exposed to Stoic ideas often crumble when faced with difficulty. They might give up easily or feel overwhelmed by obstacles. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This simple idea can be a game changer for kids facing tough times. Think of life as a video game. Without Stoic teachings, each challenge feels like a game over screen. But with Stoic wisdom, kids learn to see challenges as opportunities to level up and grow stronger. 3. Lack of personal responsibility. Many children today struggle with taking responsibility for their actions and choices. They might blame others or make excuses when things go wrong. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Imagine life as a garden. Without Stoic lessons, kids might blame the weather or the soil when their plants don't grow. Stoic wisdom teaches them to focus on what they can control, how they tend their garden, regardless of outside conditions. 4. Difficulty in delayed gratification. In our fast-paced world, many children struggle with patience and delaying rewards. They want everything now and find it hard to work towards long-term goals. Seneca advised, "He who is brave is free." This freedom comes from mastering our desires and impulses. Picture life as a marshmallow test. Without Stoic teachings, kids might grab the first marshmallow they see. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn the value of waiting for a bigger reward later. 5. Lack of empathy and understanding. Children who haven't been taught Stoic principles might struggle to understand others' perspectives or show compassion. The Stoic philosopher Hierocles suggested imagining ourselves at the center of a series of expanding circles, encompassing family, community, and all of humanity. This exercise helps develop a sense of connection and empathy. Think of empathy as a superpower. Without Stoic lessons, kids might see the world only from their own point of view. But Stoic wisdom gives them X-ray vision to see into others' hearts and minds. 6. Poor self-reflection skills. Many children today lack the habit of examining their own thoughts and actions. They might go through life on autopilot, never questioning why they do what they do. Socrates, while not a Stoic, inspired many Stoic thinkers with his famous saying, "Unexamined life is not worth living." Imagine the mind as a messy room. Without Stoic teachings, kids might live in this clutter, never tidying up. But Stoic wisdom gives them the tools to sort through their thoughts and keep their mental space clean and organized. 7. Difficulty in accepting change. Children who haven't been exposed to Stoic ideas often struggle with changes in their lives, big or small. They might resist new situations or feel anxious about the unknown. Heraclitus, another philosopher who influenced Stoic thought, said, "The only constant in life is change." This wisdom helps us embrace life's ever-changing nature. Picture life as a river. Without Stoic lessons, kids might try to cling to the riverbank, resisting the flow. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to navigate the currents of change with grace and adaptability. 8. Overvaluing material possessions. Many children today place too much importance on owning things, thinking that possessions will make them happy. Epictetus taught, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This simple idea can free us from the endless pursuit of stuff. Think of happiness as a balloon. Without Stoic teachings, kids might try to fill this balloon with things, only to find it never gets full. But Stoic wisdom shows them that true happiness comes from within, not from what we own. 9. Lack of focus and concentration. In our distraction-filled world, many children struggle to concentrate on tasks or stay focused on their goals. Seneca advised, "Be everywhere is to be nowhere." This reminds us of the importance of being present and focused. Imagine the mind as a flashlight. Without Stoic lessons, kids might shine this light everywhere, illuminating nothing clearly. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to direct their mental spotlight, bringing clarity and focus to what's important. 10. Poor stress management. Children who haven't learned Stoic principles often have difficulty coping with stress and pressure. They might feel overwhelmed by schoolwork, social situations, or other challenges. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom helps us see that many of our stresses come from our perceptions, not reality. Picture stress as a heavy backpack. Without Stoic teachings, kids might carry this weight everywhere, letting it weigh them down. Stoic wisdom teaches them how to unpack this bag, dealing with each worry one at a time. 11. Lack of gratitude. Many children today struggle with appreciating what they have, always wanting more or focusing on what they lack. Epictetus taught, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he hath." This simple shift in perspective can bring great joy. Think of gratitude as a pair of magical glasses. Without Stoic lessons, kids might see the world in shades of gray, always noticing what's missing. But with Stoic wisdom, they put on these glasses and see the vibrant colors of all the good things in their lives. 12. Difficulty in setting and achieving goals. Children who haven't been exposed to Stoic ideas often struggle with setting realistic goals and working consistently to achieve them. Seneca said, "If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable." This reminds us of the importance of having clear direction in life. Imagine life as a journey. Without Stoic teachings, kids might wander aimlessly, unsure of where they're going. But Stoic wisdom gives them a map and compass, helping them chart a course towards their dreams. 13. Poor decision-making skills. Many children today have trouble making good decisions. They might act impulsively or fail to consider the consequences of their choices. Epictetus advised, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This encourages thoughtful action based on our values. Picture decision-making as a crossroads. Without Stoic lessons, kids might choose paths randomly or based on what's easiest. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to carefully consider each path, choosing the one that aligns with their principles and goals. 14. Lack of self-discipline. Children who haven't learned Stoic principles often struggle with self-control and discipline. They might have trouble sticking to routines or following through on commitments. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us that discipline comes from within. Think of self-discipline as a muscle. Without Stoic teachings, this muscle remains weak and underdeveloped. But Stoic wisdom provides daily exercises to strengthen self-control, helping kids build the willpower to achieve their goals. 15. Difficulty in handling criticism. Many children today are sensitive to criticism and struggle to use feedback constructively. They might become defensive or discouraged when faced with critique. Epictetus taught, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This wisdom helps us see criticism as a tool for growth rather than an attack. Imagine criticism as a mirror. Without Stoic lessons, kids might crack this mirror or turn away from it. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to look into this mirror bravely, using what they see to improve themselves. 16. Poor communication skills. Children who haven't been exposed to Stoic ideas often struggle to express themselves clearly or listen effectively to others. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." This simple observation can greatly improve our interactions with others. Picture communication as a dance. Without Stoic teachings, kids might step on toes or move out of rhythm. But Stoic wisdom teaches them the steps of this dance, helping them move in harmony with others. 17. Lack of respect for others. Many children today struggle with showing respect for people who are different from them or have different opinions. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." This wisdom encourages kindness towards others while maintaining high personal standards. Think of respect as a garden. Without Stoic lessons, kids might let weeds of prejudice and intolerance grow. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to cultivate a garden of understanding and respect for all. 18. Difficulty in finding purpose and meaning. Children who haven't learned Stoic principles often struggle to find a sense of purpose or meaning in their lives. They might feel lost or unsure about their place in the world. Viktor Frankl, while not a Stoic, echoed Stoic thoughts when he said, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." This reminds us of the power of having a clear purpose. Imagine life as a story. Without Stoic teachings, kids might feel like passive characters, unsure of their role. But Stoic wisdom helps them become the authors of their own lives, writing a story filled with purpose and meaning. 19. Poor time management. Many children today have trouble managing their time effectively. They might procrastinate, waste time on unimportant tasks, or feel constantly rushed. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This wisdom reminds us to use our time wisely. Picture time as sand in an hourglass. Without Stoic lessons, kids might let this sand slip away unnoticed. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to make the most of each grain, using their time purposefully and productively. 20. Lack of connection with nature. Children who haven't been exposed to Stoic ideas often lack a sense of connection with the natural world. They might spend too much time indoors or fail to appreciate the beauty and lessons of nature. Marcus Aurelius observed, "All things are interwoven and the bond is holy." This reminds us of our place in the larger web of life. Think of nature as a great teacher. Without Stoic teachings, kids might ignore this wise instructor. But Stoic wisdom opens their eyes to the lessons all around them, from the patience of a growing tree to the resilience of a flowing river. 21. Difficulty in finding contentment. Many children today struggle with feeling satisfied with what they have and who they are. They might always be chasing the next big thing, never feeling truly content. Epictetus taught, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This simple shift in perspective can bring great peace. Imagine contentment as a calm lake. Without Stoic lessons, kids might constantly stir up the waters, creating waves of discontent. But with Stoic wisdom, they learn to appreciate the stillness, finding peace in the present moment. As we've seen, neglecting Stoic wisdom in childhood can lead to a generation unprepared for life's challenges. It's never too late to start planting these seeds of wisdom. Remember the story of Marcus and his grandfather? That simple lesson about choosing between 2 apples contains the essence of Stoic teaching. It's about making wise choices, focusing on what we can control, and cultivating inner strength. By sharing these Stoic principles with the children in our lives, we can help shape a generation that's more resilient, thoughtful, and prepared for whatever life brings. And who knows, we might just learn a thing or two ourselves along the way. So, let's start planting those Stoic seeds today. Water them with patience, nurture them with love, and watch as they grow into a forest of wisdom, can shelter and guide us through life's storm. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoic wisdom. If you found value in this video, please hit that subscribe button and share it with others who might benefit. Remember, wisdom grows when it's shared. Until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and keep those Stoic seeds growing.